Just help me. I don't know what else I can do. I don't have any more money. I cannot borrow anything else. I lost everything.
There exists a machine that is explicitly designed to devour your money. The more you use it, the more you lose, and it will employ every trick in the book to burrow into your mind and deceive you into thinking you're having fun while your money burns. Every apparent near miss, in which we were so close to a jackpot, preys on our every vulnerability. And what do? We happily throw money into the humble slot machine, a machine that has completely infected our society with seemingly no prospect of turning around. The myths that surround these games is what gives them power. You're due, you just got a little behind. You were so close to a jackpot. It's all superstition and deception. If you want to pity someone, look at the Facebook moms who gamble their family's money away thinking that their next spin will finally break their chains of poverty. It is a constant stream of people who think they were so close to winning something. Young people are burning their McDonald's paychecks thinking they're one good spin away from freedom. Old people who spent decades living frugally are throwing all their savings in the gutter for the thrill of wasting money with celebratory digital confetti. If you cling to superstitions about loosening slots and being due, this beast will eat as much money as you're willing to give it. It will let you starve your kids to death if you're down for it. And when I say that, I'm not entirely exaggerating. Reddit user LieProfessional5357 lost all of his money gambling, stole his wife's money and lost that too, and took on hundreds of thousands in high-interest debt between 2021 and 23 while trying to quit but continuing to relapse. His marriage ended in divorce and he lost custody of his daughter. A quick perusal of our problem gambling shows countless others in the same boat. People are drowning themselves in debt to loan sharks and ruining their own lives and the lives of those around them. Are we that stupid? Why do we say no to our kids when they want a $30 pair of shoes, but will happily burn $100 in 10 minutes on a slot machine like it's nothing? Maybe we are dumb as bricks, but we have to recognize that this machine is doing exactly what it's designed to do. There is an entire field of research called behavioral game design, in which brilliant practitioners of mathematics and psychology deploy their skills into tricking you into losing money. Their very specific goal is to get you addicted to gambling by exploiting the reward center of your brain, milking out your dopamine with lights and sounds to turn you into one of their power users. These behavioral game designers are so good at churning out exploitative games that over 40% of new slot players show signs of addiction. Compare that to the 20% addiction rate of Pablo Escobar's favorite export. The engineering behind slot machines is so keen to our brain's weaknesses that slots are literally twice as addictive as cocaine. And like Escobar, these casinos are printing. The online casino industry projects over $160 billion in annual revenue in 2026. In other words, online casinos expect their players to lose $160 billion this year. That's money taken out of your pocket and put straight into their pockets. And next year, the industry is going to want more. The gambling advertisements are unavoidable. There's a pretty good chance that you saw a gambling ad before this video if you're a male under 30. That's because the casino's favorite target right now is the youngest demographic of 18 to 22-year-old men. If you hook one, you've got a customer with a lifetime of earnings ahead of them who will be happy to keep trading their paychecks for another swing at their favorite gambling app, even if it means a lifetime of financial problems for the addict. I could probably make myself cry if I think about how many kids don't get Christmas presents because daddy lost his money gambling. And while there have always been problem gamblers, the internet makes the situation 1,000 times worse. You can be lying in bed at 2 a.m. still spinning your AutoZone paycheck away, and unless you're a practitioner of CG, the casino loves you for it. In fact, they'll love you so much that they'll give you VIP status. This won't swing the results of the game in your favor, but if you lose enough thousands of dollars to online slots, the casino will probably assign you a VIP host who specializes in buttering you up while House Edge grinds you down. It's hard to deny that the gambling industry is more powerful now than in the days when the mafia ran Las Vegas. And all that power we hand to the casinos, all those lives ruined, the entire heartless empire of gambling, it all hinges on you thinking the game is something other than a cold, callous, random number generator. The casino thinks you're stupid. Don't prove them right. Imagine you're playing a slot machine. You hit spin, the reels start churning, and lollipops fall onto the screen. You won free spins with a multiplier. During those free spins, you hit some wins, the apples and gummies cascade down the screen, and during the action you get 5 more free spins. You hit some wins, the icons cascade, you earn some more multipliers, and after 3 amazing minutes of bonus game, the round is over. The reels have spun on your screen 20 times, and you won 40x your wager. That sounds like a blast. Now you tell me, how much of that entire sequence of events was determined the moment you hit spin? When icons burst and multipliers fall down, is there any chance involved in what number is on that multiplier? No, there is not. 100% of that entire 3-minute sequence was determined as soon as you hit the spin button. Everything you're watching on the screen is nothing but a cutscene filled with deceptively exciting cascades, because the behavioral game designers know that your dopamine receptors will start firing when those multipliers streak down and when your screen fills with wilds, even though the entire outcome is already predetermined and immutable. The game designers know that people will even fight what I'm saying right now. So what if the slot is already predetermined and my bonus game is just a cutscene? I watch movies and shows. The ending of those is predetermined. So what if my slot game is predetermined also? There you go. That's a good boy. Put another $100 in and tell yourself it's just like watching a movie for $60 a minute. But when it all boils down, here's what you get. At the heart of every slot machine, through all its fun graphics and confetti, is the random number generator, or RNG. As soon as you hit spin, with precision down to the millisecond, this RNG pulls from a list of billions of possible combinations of numbers and letters to produce an output that looks like gibberish. This string of characters corresponds with the result on the slot machine's pay table. That's the result of your spin. It's decided in that instant. These gamblers getting all excited for the dramatic slowdown before the last bonus icon lands, the multipliers and symbols pouring down their screens, they don't realize that they're celebrating a pre-rendered cutscene designed specifically to hook them into thinking something special is happening. These guys don't realize that there is no multiplier. There are no free spin rounds. There is no bonus game. Every pull at the slot machine is just a random number generator mapping to a line on a pay table. And some of those RNG results really do include hitting a round of free spins with bonus multipliers, which then results in you watching 5 dead spins in a row for a total bonus win of $0. Don't get frustrated. Your RNG result pulled a 0x output from that pay table, even though you hit a bonus game. You were never anywhere near a big payout. This is where that deception lies. If you look at the Facebook moms posting their almost big wins on a slot, like missing a jackpot by half a reel, they have been deceived into thinking they almost won something, or that a machine is hot, or something is due to pay out. None of that is real. There is no such thing as close with a random number generator. Getting 9 out of 10 jackpot symbols during a bonus round and finishing with nothing is no closer to a jackpot than a plain old dead spin. But this is what makes slots so addictive. The near misses, almost jackpots, rocket ships that look like they're about to take off. They're all scripted illusions to distract you from the random number generator underneath. Observe this series of spins and note the random characters at the bottom. This is the slot machine's RNG pulling the result. As soon as I hit spin, the result is instantaneous. It does not wait for the reels to stop spinning to determine the payout. That's because, as I've stated several times now, there are no reels. What's actually happening looks something like this. Here is a very zoomed in and slowed down illustration of a slot machine's RNG. At all times, even when the slot isn't even being played, the machine's RNG continues to run 24/7, randomly spitting out results that align to a pay table. When you hit spin, you're selecting whatever line the random number generator is printing at the time. You get the cutscene, whether it's a dead spin of random symbols, a return of 1x your bet size, a bonus game with a huge return, or a bonus game that leaves you angry about watching 10 straight dead spins within the bonus game and still returning 0. And while that cutscene is going on, the RNG continues to chug along behind the scenes. By the time you hit spin again and lock in a new result, the RNG will have flipped through many lines already and will continue doing so the entire time you play and will continue after you're done playing. Seeing this graphic may beg the question as to why we don't have some bot that can trigger the spin button as soon as the RNG is printing at a favorable pay line. Unfortunately, we can't do that. This is a common trope in Hollywood, like in Ozark where Ruth is holding some reader machine and pressing spin when the machine is primed to pay out, or when Roland in Prison Break does basically the same thing and gets whooped by security. In real life, this won't work, because unlike my graphic, this RNG runs really, really fast, more than 1,000 times per second. Even if you had a machine that could read the RNG's output, You wouldn't be able to perceive it fast enough to hit spin and lock in the result. Hitting spin 1 millisecond later would result in a completely different payout, and Ruth here isn't moving at 50% of light speed. Consider this math. There are 86 400 seconds in a day. At a millisecond per RNG output, that's 86,400,000 outputs in a day. The chance of a bona fide jackpot on a typical slot machine is about 1 in 10 million. So run the math, and on any given day, there is a roughly 50% chance that there will be a cumulative 0.008 second span in which you could have hit spin and returned a jackpot. There's a 50-50 chance that such a span of time will even exist among the RNG outputs that day. And then you have to nail one of those 8 1/1000th of a second windows to actually hit a jackpot. And Mama on Facebook thinks her lined up jokers were a result of her almost hitting that, which doesn't even make sense in the context of RNGs. She is not armed with the most basic information about the machine she is burning her money on. And that information is this. There are two metrics you need to know when it comes to measuring a slot machine's RNG. The RTP statistic, which stands for return to player, and volatility. RTP is a percentage of how much a machine is designed to pay out as a percentage of what gets put in. A typical RTP for a land-based casino slot machine is about 96%. Online, 94% is now more common. Some platforms will dip into the high 80s. Although a 2% difference in house edge doesn't sound all that significant, going from 4% house edge to 6% house edge is a 50% increase. In other words, online slots are about 50% worse for the player than land-based casinos, and they're the ones that are being spun by 500,000 people every day. And even then, 96 or 94% RTP might sound kind of high, but don't make the mistake of thinking that you can put $100 into a slot machine and expect to walk out with an average of $96. Volatility is the other metric, and it's what dusts everyone's bankroll. Volatility is a measurement of how concentrated the RNG's winning lines are. If a machine has low volatility, you'll see a large number of small wins because the random number generator spreads out that 96% RTP across many pay lines. A high volatility machine will concentrate the winning lines tightly, such that the RTP is dense near the top, but you'll see far more dead spins. A high RTP, low volatility slot like Money Roll may have an RNG output that looks something like this. Lots of hits that return a smaller value than what you play, a bunch of 1x returns, an occasional win, and the highest wins on the board cap at about 100x. A low RTP high volatility slot, like something from Hacksaw Games, will look like this. Tons and tons of dead spins, and the very rare huge payout. That standard 96.38% RTP figure sounds high, but it's deceptive. Hacksaw allows the casinos hosting the game to set the RTP as low as 88.42% if they so choose, and the casino is under no obligation to share that with the players. So let's run an experiment in which 10,000 people each run $1,000 through Hacksaw Gaming's slot machine called Wanted, Dead, or a Wild. All 10,000 people are doing 1,000 spins of $1 each, for 1,000 total spins per person. How many will lose versus how many actually finish in the green? If we run the simulation, here's how the data actually breaks out. Lots and lots of losers, with the worst performer finishing with $133 for an 87.7% loss and an actual RTP of 13.3%. This unlucky player leads the approximately 71% that lost money overall. The median finish was $691.27, far below what the game's RTP would predict, because wins are not evenly distributed, and the wins are heavily concentrated among the very few winners. What you must understand about RTP and volatility is that even if you had 999,999 players, each losing $100, if the 1 millionth player wins 96 million, that still qualifies the RTP as 96%, because $100 million was paid in and $96 million was paid out. In other words, you should expect that no matter how you slice it, most players will dramatically underperform the slot machine's stated RTP, and volatility is what allows that to happen. In our scenario, to be fair, there were about 29% of players who finished with more than $1,000. Most of those who did make money still finished below 1,380. The number of players who got above 2x is about 2%. And the few people everyone thinks they're going to be are right here. The top 0.0003% would finish up 9K in the green. Of the $10 million total put into the machine, the slot paid out about $8.84 million. The casino earned $1.16 million in net revenue. This example is just the mathematics. Once we apply some real-world psychology here, this story is not complete. No one does $1,001 spins. A typical person with a $1,000 bankroll is going to play much larger amounts than that. And the way these machines work, you could easily lose 20 spins in a row for a massive loss off the bat. In the simulation, about the same number of players lost 50 straight spins as the number that at least tripled their money. If you were doing $10 spins on your $1,000 bankroll, which is more realistic, you'd be in this pitiful column before even hitting your first win. And further, I'd wager just about anything that the guy who came to gamble and dropped from $1,000 to $800 isn't done yet. This whole group of gamblers would keep going until they lose more. You can easily see this among the streamers. They all get to the point where they just want to lose the rest of their bankroll so that it can be over. They're just chasing losses with the expectation of losing more. And these guys that did make money, I'd bet most of them will just keep going until they lose as well. They'll end up suffering from the house money effect, in which anything above their starting $1,000 mark is house money that they give themselves permission to lose. I saw this a lot in Vegas casinos, which, by the way, was one of my least favorite trips ever. As I sat there drinking overpriced and underspiked drinks, I watched just about every player continue until their money was gone, no matter how much they were up or how much they were down. They did not leave until their money was gone, even if they had 5x'd at some point. These few dozen 3 to 6x winners, I'd bet that they keep gambling until they're down here in the losers bracket. This is what gambling is designed to make you do. The casino will do everything in its power to push you from here to here. And if you fight back, if you resist the allure of gambling and just cash out your winnings, you're liable to just get banned from the online platform or 8-6'd from the casino. Ask any sports gambler about how their sharp bets got them kicked off the platform or limited to $5 bets for having won money prior. Casinos can just kick you out if you win, and there's no one protecting you. Or even worse, if gamblers do win too much money and the online casino can't pay, they just refuse to pay out your winnings. You get stuck in chips forever, unable to convert back to cash. Mention the terms sweep slots or DDD in an online gambling board and you'll trigger someone's PTSD. That's a story for another time. If you want to gamble for fun, that's your business. But recognize what you're doing. You're losing money for fun. And that's kind of dumb. I've got way better ideas for how you can use your money to have fun. If you're going to gamble, at least do it with 0-day to expiration SPY calls on Wall Street Bets so the rest of us can enjoy. All that said, I hope you guys learned something from this video. Our Discord is entirely free, and we will welcome you with open arms should you choose to join. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, and I look forward to your comments.